Hello everybody, welcome to Clik. My name's Amy Bowley. I'm the audiologist who helped develop this for occupational health, and I'm just going to go run it through quickly with you how to do a screen. So when you log into Clik, you'll have your patient database in front of you. If you wish to add a new patient, you would click on this button and you can generate their details in here. If you add their email address, which is not compulsory, you will get the option to send a questionnaire, an OccuHealth questionnaire, to them prior to their appointment. And if they fill it in via the web link, it'll come straight back into their patient record file. At the bottom here, you need to generate an ID just so it can be easily found within the database. Once you've added that patient, they'll be added to your list here, and you would hit start a screening. So here it opens up with the patient questionnaire. If you go through, you can, if they've already filled it in, you can just check what they've filled in, or you can go through and fill it with them, or you can skip, you don't need to do any of it. It'll ask you about otoscopy. Now, if you have access to video otoscopy, you could upload the images here and they will stay on the patient's record. But again, if you don't use video otoscopy, you can just skip this step and skip it for every time in the future. It won't ask you again if you don't have one. This is the bit which is where you would then grab the phone and headphones with the Clik software on. The most important thing to remember is that the Clik phone and the laptop that you're using are on the same Wi-Fi. It needs the Wi-Fi to pair. Once you go into the Clik app, you would just click on the pair device button and it'll go through some instructions with you, but basically you just scroll through and click start pairing. And as soon as you get access to the camera within the device, you just hover over that QR code and it'll connect. Now throughout the screen, it will keep, you'll see up here on the right hand side, it'll always tell you that you're connected. Here you can select whether you want to do automatic screening or manual. So it uses the Houston-Westlake algorithm, and you can select which ear you want to start the screen on. Now we're in the screening screen. We're just going to press play to start the test. You hand the headphone and the Clik phone with the app on to the patient. That acts as their patient responder button. So once I press play here, the patient will see the button on their device, a blue button, and they just press that blue button every time they hear a sound. Okay, and it will mark it once they're happy that they've responded enough times on that threshold and frequency. Once you've done your hearing test, you can show audiogram bands to help you describe what the hearing loss is like. You can also enable hover controls, which allows you to use the mouse, but it won't make any clicking sound when you're pressing on the buttons. Once you finish the test, it will come into your results screen. This is where you can add any journal entries and assign what HSE category you want to use. Now, because you're going to be looking at the notch first, use this left-hand panel to decide whether there's a noise notch detected. If there is, it will tell you which one by putting the red box here and giving you a little flag here. It also gives you other reasons why there might be a noise notch present, which might help any screeners maybe rethink whether to change the headphone placement or have another look in the ear and just check that if there's anything blocking isn't impeding on the sound that's going through. If you need to redo any of the frequencies, you don't have to do the whole test again. You just click on specific frequencies and click the ones that you want to recheck. Once you're happy with that the audiometer results are accurate, then you would go over here and select the HSE category. Now you can either assign it yourself or use detected. Okay. If you want to add any notes or anything here, just add something here. And then you can share the results with the patient by entering their email address here. It will populate automatically if you've already put it in. Okay, so when you finish the test, it will come back to this screen here, and if you scroll down there you can see your results, and if you click export results, you then can open, and there you'll have your report there. All your calibration data and everything that is there at the bottom. Okay, so there you are folks, there's a quick run through of how to use the Clik audiometer. Happy hearing testing!